Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here with the second bracket match for the mystery tournament between Dounlode and Jamie, both runners-up in their groups, playing what looks to be an incredible GBA game in Lilo and Speech. I am going to pass it over to our wonderful commentary team for tonight. So, take away, both of you.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello. Yeah, we're doing Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. I did watch that show a little bit when I was younger, but not that much actually, and like the movies or whatever. But like it was more of a passing thing. It was whenever the thing I wanted to watch wasn't on, basically.
I also somehow missed this as a kid. I never really like watched the movie or anything. I did play the PS1 game, which was bad. So hopefully this is at least slightly better
Yeah.
than that.
It is. I did play it a little bit before the stream started, and I will say that there's definitely like someone in that team who was trying. There's still that aspect where it's like it is a licensed game and it's not amazing, but like there's some good stuff in there. It's not terrible. It's very playable. It can be frustrating at times in some stages. We'll see what that means later. But yeah. Yeah. I'm actually not sure who has the edge here because it's a game that has a lot of different elements to it. It's mostly an action platformer type game, but there is some other stuff in there, and there are like several different types of stages, and they're all very different. So someone who has like all round talent, who can like stay vigilant when different things get thrown at them. I think that kind of person will be doing really well here. Yeah. So yeah. You do know Download's pretty good at platformers. And then Jamie does seem to Jamie did get second in almost every game that group had, and they had a variety of different games. A lot of puzzle games, but they also had some other stuff. So I can see it going either way here for sure.
And if I recall correctly, I believe Download also has prior mystery game experience, so that also lends itself towards, just generally being able to pick up and play whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, with this game, there's like a lot of different types of gameplay styles and elements to it, and you really have to. I think this is gonna. I don't want to commit to this because I'm not 100% sure about it, but I think this is going to slightly come down to who actually reads the controls better or like more in the paste bin. Because there are a lot of moves, and in the one type of stage, it's you have an advantage if you make use of all of them. Some other stages actually will require you to use every single mechanic, and there's no tutorial for them. So you have to just kind of like, you have to read it, and you have to remember that there's different things you can do, and you have to figure out what to do in any given situation. So yeah. The prior mystery game experience will definitely help there. Like, hello chat. Alola? That's a Pokemon region. All in for Jamie. Do we have a prediction going on here?
We do have a prediction going. Get your bets in chat. Looks like we are counting down, and we should be underway here shortly.
Very good, very good. I'm ready. Our timer is going, but we have a little bit of delay, of course. Okay. Did they notice that we're going? Is the delay that long? A lot of delay? Excuse me?
Are they going?
Oh,
are we
there
playing?
you go. What? I think. Oh, Maybe? Okay, download started. All right. So, Stitch has some freaking guns. And we're going to be mowing down a lot of enemies here. A lot of enemies.
Jamie is not going for some reason.
Oh, Jamie's counter is going down now. And
Oh,
it's
there we
probably
go.
Link to race time, so it's probably just massively delayed.
Practice of yoga to do the rest.
Oh, we have an ad. Lovely.
Brought to you by advertising.
Yeah. So, yeah, Stitch can shoot and jump. Moves pretty slowly. But you can shoot in all directions. If you hold the respective direction, you can duck to avoid shots. You can throw grenades, the little pineapples, at the top of the screen. There's a counter. Download currently has 6 of them. So, yeah.
Looks like we've got quite a bit of discrepancy on the timers. Just account for that.
Yeah, Jamie is actually the second part of the stage now. The ad actually refreshed the stream. I'm pretty, or like maybe Yoshi refreshed the stream, and then there was an ad. So now we're massively ahead on Jamie here. Warning. We're refreshing download stream as well. Fair enough. Fair enough. Seem to be experiencing a little bit of lag here, but
yeah,
hopefully it'll sort itself out.
But it's okay. Looked like Jamie took a death there to the crane game.
Yes, if you die, you will respawn right where you are. If you game over, though, you will go back to the start of the screen.
Okay.
So you can actually kind of just like throw yourself into enemies a little bit, but not forever.
Yes, I do love Jamie's stream layout. It is obscene, and I love it.
A little bit of like Violet Blade's representation there from Trials. I see you as a fellow Violet Blade. All right, seems to be going a little bit more smoothly now. Yeah, there's a lot of just like enemy spam. And I will say also, you can't see this, but I know because I played it. You cannot hold down the fire button. You have to keep spamming it. You'll see them shooting a lot here, but that's them mashing the B button and not just holding it down. Yeah, a little bit. It can be. It's like I said, it does feel a little bit like someone's trying in the team, but it also definitely has elements of just kind of being like a haphazardly thrown together licensed game.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's like too much you really need out of a Lilo and Stitch GBA game. Metal Slug, that's a comparison.
Metal Slug. Neither of them are really using their grenades, which already doesn't bode well because I wonder if that means that they didn't really consider all their options, which will be important in later stages. The grenades do massive amounts of damage, and especially against the boss right here, they go kind of in an arc. Like you throw it up and then it comes down. They are really useful against this crane boss. It's totally possible to defeat it without them, but you know. The end goal will be to beat the third Stitch stage, I believe. Let me just double check that.
Right. So that just to clarify, is a stage like this one. There are later stages where you play as Stitch in a spaceship, according to the paste bin. But
you also play as Lilo.
Yeah, there are also Lilo stages, but it is the third Metal Stitch stage, I guess.
Metal Stitch, yeah. I do like that. I will say at first I didn't really think much of the game. but it did start to grow on me because I realized that there are quite a lot of different things you can do, like the grenades. There's also a mechanic where if you shoot downwards in midair, you'll kind of like have a longer jump, like you'll hover a little bit. I don't understand why this is what this game is, by the way. Is this a thing that happens in Lilo and Stitch? Chat, can you like...
I have no idea, and I honestly just... But Jamie making it out of that screen, Downloads having taken another game over, still a bit behind, so... Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Except for when Jamie says no to continuing.
Oh no, what?
He has to start the whole stage over.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate.
That is brutal.
I believe in this game they've captured Lilo. We didn't, obviously we skipped past the cutscenes at the start, but I believe Stitch is trying to rescue Lilo here. Or something to that effect. I'm mostly talking about, did Stitch ever just have like a frickin' set of 4 guns and started mowing down waves of enemies? Did Stitch ever go this berserk? Oh yeah, Stitch had guns. Okay, so okay, I was very confused, but if that's the case, then that's
not totally
good.
off base. Oh, Jamie's found the grenades.
Yeah, hopefully he will decide to use them as well. They are very good. Yeah, there you go. Here you can see how good these grenades are against this boss. They do like a lot of damage too. They're not the easiest to use, but they will take care of some pretty strong enemies pretty quickly when your normal fire doesn't do a great job of killing them.
Yeah, it seemed he had like 6 and used 5 on it, and it didn't seem. I don't know if he misplaced them or
he only hit 2 of them.
Yeah.
The other ones went into the crane. There are later enemies where it's definitely easy to tell. Like there's like helicopters that like die to 2 grenades but take like 5 seconds of continuous fire or something like that. Like they're not, the grenades aren't like super incredible or anything, but they do take care, like these helicopters that we see on download screen right now. They die to like 2 grenades, and you'll see that it'll take quite a little bit of time here to kill them with normal shots. Not, you know, it's not impossible without them, but...
Jamie using those grenades a bit more, but Download showing us new content on stage 1. We advanced a bit further.
Yeah. There will be another boss. It's not this helicopter, that's just a normal enemy. Yeah, funnily enough, out of the games that I played in the tournament, yes, you can pick up stuff. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, but out of the games that I played in the tournament, I forget what it's called now, but it's it was the game with the magical girl that had a sword.
Shoot. Was that Little Magic?
Valis? No, not Middle of Magic.
Valis, okay.
Yeah, I think it was Valis. This game, or at least the Stitch stages, kind of remind me most of that, as silly as that sounds, because you kind of have like a limited set of health that, and you can't like die infinitely, and there's a lot of like pickups you can get, and if you like are vigilant and try to find little secrets that give you like more grenades or little upgrades to your shooting occasionally, you will do better at the game. So in that sense, it does kind of remind me of that, as silly as that comparison sounds. Got a subscription there. Thank you very much for the gifted subscription, Carp. good.
So with Download taking another game over, it looks like Jamie has a chance to turn things around despite the early mess up. He's gonna have to get through this screen unscathed.
Yeah. I will say, and this is another thing that makes it a great compare. I'm gonna drive this comparison to Super Valis 4 into the ground. Your biggest enemy in this game really is your own patience. Like, you can't just run into everything. You will game over eventually. You do have to kind of try a little bit, you know? And it can seem like you just want to like run into things and fire at them and kill them quickly, but it's not gonna take you all the way.
It does very much seem like the game wants you to run and gun, and so far it seems like Jamie has put himself in a bit more of a position to avoid those, you know, the things coming at him.
Yeah. Once again, there are some good ways. Yeah, like Jamie here, very intelligently can't shoot past the rock, or can't shoot through the rock, but has something that has an arc, or an arch. I forgot.
Arc,
forget.
yeah.
An arc. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm German. The little pineapples can go past the rock. That kind of thing. You just little bits of thinking like that get rewarded in the long term. How do we know the stage number? This is still stage 1. You will know when a stage ends. I promise. There's cutscenes between stages mainly. That's the way you can tell. I'm not gonna... Download realizing here you can fire downwards when in midair. Or, I don't know, maybe... I haven't seen either of them do that a whole lot. But it is a thing you can do, for sure.
Right, Download facing the boss. Immediately getting a game over.
That's fine. You do respawn on the boss.
It's probably the
very
best
nice.
place to get that game over.
Yeah. Again, here you see how you have to shoot for several, like, or not. There are a lot of shots that to take one little bit of health. A grenade takes one chunk of the health there. So Download could just kind of fire 3 grenades now and be done. But this is also a way to do it.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty safe here handling this.
Yeah. Should be fine. Just a little bit of health. Oh yeah, you do have to. There's kind of like a 0 health. Like when the bar is empty, that's not done yet. It's kind of like when you install an update on Windows and it gets stuck on 100%, and you're like, you're done, but it's not done. Yeah, exactly. If you shoot downwards while being in midair, you will. Yeah. And now we're seeing the first Lilo stage. And Lilo can barely defend herself. She can run faster than Stitch, and she has a little bit more acrobatics going on, but she can barely defend herself. And
What is
most
that
enemies
sprite?
So these enemies she can defeat, but she will. Yeah, you see it right there. Lilo went like made herself into a bush or whatever, turned into a bush. You have to use stealth mechanics to get past some of the harder enemies in this stage. And what's really mean about this one is if you die, not if you game over, if you die, you go back to the start of the stage in this one. It's a lot less forgiving than the Stitch stages for some reason. Lilo's face is amazing.
It's like, oh my god. I'm real confused what the objective here is. Is it like a maze? Is it?
So this is not an enemy. You have to run into it and it starts a cutscene. I got confused for like 2 minutes with that.
That's what? Oh.
And there we see it. You go
Oh,
back
no.
to the beginning of the stage, and there are some enemies that can instant kill you in this one. Or I say
That's
instant kill, it's more like
rough.
instant capture. Because I think you're a prisoner or something, that's like the story or whatever, but like, yeah. And these stages are, like this stage was big, and it's kind of a maze too, so... This is where the cream and gets separated from the crop, I would say. You can see here, Lilo has some Prince of Persia like mechanic. You can also crawl, right? So 1-up.
All right,
Lilo can't make it up there.
Jamie making it to the boss. This stage gives me like Oddworld vibes. I don't know. It seems very like.
Oh, Download immediately realizing what you have to do against those enemies.
Ooh, nice.
You have to hide yourself in a bush, which makes you invincible, but you also can't move, and then they move past you. That's incredible. Little puzzle here. Sort of. There you go. It's not very hard. The music is also really, like, spooky in this one. It's not as good as Metroid Fusion, but it gives me those vibes a little bit.
Yeah, this just seems very much like Oddworld, where you're just like, you are more or less defenseless, and you just kind of have to get through the puzzles and stuff.
For sure. I've never really played Oddworld, but now that you say it, I have heard about it, and it does seem kind of like that, yeah. Okay, more enemies to sneak past. Going into the background here to hide. You can actually completely skip this enemy. Yeah, right, if you keep running. So those bubbles instant kill you. If you just saw the bubble that Download almost got hit by.
Now we play the how long will Jamie take to figure out that he can just talk to that guy game.
Yup. I took a little bit of time too here for that.
Not that long. Okay.
Woo! Download almost getting hit by the bubble. Again, that's an instant. Well, it's not actually a kill, but it does send you back to the start of the stage, so it's basically the same. Just sneak past this thing as Jamie goes into the first little crawling section here. We've seen before with a 1-up. All right. Does Download realize how to get past this? Nope.
Oh no.
And that's the start
Got
of the
bubbled.
stage.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, we might be here a while.
Oh, Jamie actually just used something there. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Jamie
he
walked
tiptoed.
slowly. Exactly. And that's how you get past a sleeping enemy.
Oh,
Yep.
tried to tried to go balls to the wall there. Did not work.
I found the stage a little frustrating, but it did end up being kind of like frustrating in a like rewarding way. Like it was rewarding ultimately to get past everything and understand what you have to do. But I can definitely see the stage. I don't think I would have enjoyed the stage as a Lilo and Stitch fan as a child if I had watched Lilo and Stitch and was like, "Mom, buy me the Lilo and Stitch game for GBA." I don't think I would have enjoyed the second stage that much. And we're going to be seeing another one of them later, I think, but I didn't get that far in my playthrough.
Yeah, I think also the pressure of a race situation kind of changes the
Yeah.
that feeling as well.
Yeah, that's true. Like in a casual playthrough like I did, basically, it doesn't feel as bad to, die and be set back if I learn something from it, but in a race setting like this, figuring something out first try can be a huge advantage. Okay, Download trying different things now. Bah, still gets hit by the bubble. We can see he's angry. Which means that Jamie's actually kind of maybe a little bit ahead in knowledge here. Although Jamie hasn't actually demonstrated that he knows how to get past a sleeping enemy, I think.
Yeah,
But
so far
he knows about the tiptoe mechanic.
Yeah, so far it seems like Jamie has been using aggressive tactics to try and bypass some stuff, and has been rewarded accordingly. Download, I think, has gotten a bit further overall in the stage, which should help him out.
This stage really needed some checkpoints, more so than anything.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's just one long gauntlet, and whenever anything happens, you go back to the start. I guess that's kind of what stealth missions are often like, but
yeah, it's very much like they had the respawn at the start of the screen idea set up, but then they came up with this puzzle thing that's like a bunch of screens that just didn't jibe with that.
I will commend them for like there's two separate gameplay styles. Neither of them like seem like undercooked or anything. It's just this one's kind of frustrating, unfortunately.
Dang. That wind up for that stealth that's tough for that enemy there. Also, it being kind of a
Download actually realizing what to do.
Uh-huh.
Making progress is now ahead in terms of knowledge. Get to activate some sort of switch there, I think. I don't know what's up with those deactivated robots up there. Some environmental storytelling going on here.
Hey, I mean, that's why I thought of Oddworld, and because they look kind of like the Madokans in Oddworld, and this gameplay is very much like Oddworld, and the one thing Oddworld has over this is, guess what? Checkpoints.
Oh no. You can't, you're supposed to, I think, just bypass this enemy by using this background element here. You can go in some sort of train compartment, I don't know. Yeah, this is no margin of error. That's the reason that this is so frustrating. The only reason, really.
Did he just like drop out of that stealth just for a moment, or
I think the enemy already saw him but didn't really act any differently and just kind of walked towards him.
All right, Jamie has the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he nearly got there.
Yep. Again, Your biggest enemy in this is, or your biggest friend, well, however you want to see it, is your own patience. Jamie still doesn't seem to know about being able to go into that train thing in the background, but just manages to get by anyway.
Just gun it.
They don't instant kill you, but they do I think they 2-hit you, and there's not like a whole lot of iframes. So if you're gonna get hit, there's a big chance you're gonna get hit again anyway. Careful!
Oh, nope.
That is close to the
That
end.
was...
Spoilers. But... Riley, you screwed it up for Jamie. How dare you? Yeah, I can see that, Chin.
Yeah, I feel that.
Thank you, Carp, for gifting a sub to Verhylia. Again, I had a surprising amount of fun with this, but it's definitely probably a little different in a race setting. There's nothing about the game that's like broken or anything. It's just there's some decisions here.
Yeah, like that. This is like purely on the design choice. Like,
yeah,
like it's just unwise to have this start from the beginning every time.
yeah.
Mind you, Evangelion's second stage.
Thank you for another gifted sub to Cryo here, Carp. Giant alien should be a checkpoint. Yeah, there should. I don't know why they abandoned the previous mechanic of you know, if you die, you respawn on the same screen, but you have like a limited amount of lives. At least respawn you like a couple of screens earlier or something.
Oh, it's so scary.
Thank you, Carp, for gifting us up to Melrose.
Big old...
I think it's Carp's goal to have nobody in the chat not have a you know, a sub badge.
With big old gift sub number 100 all time there.
Ooh.
What? Well, Jamie found the tunnel, I guess, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what exactly happened there. That
They do actually have a vision range, the enemies, so I don't know either of the players has done this yet, but if you just immediately stealth at the start of the next screen, exactly the way Jamie's doing here, you will be not safe. Wait, that worked for me.
What the...
Never mind. That worked when I did it.
This
Thank
is
you for
just...
another gifted sub to Dubu Decker, Mr. Carp.
Yeah, that is like put your Game Boy down and just walk away.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there. That's not how that's supposed to. I guess you're just supposed to rush it, like jump and grab the ledge quickly. No. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I did say that.
That's what Download went for.
Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. I believe this is basically the end of the stage here, if I remember correctly.
Gotta get past the bee.
You can attack this. Lilo does have a very bad attack, and these bugs can die to it in 2 hits, but not necessary here. Don't forget what you have to do. Okay.
Remember your training. careful.
Be careful, yeah. I think this is the end. Yep. There's the guy. The other prisoners. And there we go.
All
We
right.
have a spaceship stage now.
Here you go, Mel. It's that Star Fox style gameplay you were talking about.
It's very much Tempest in the sense that you are like on a ring, basically. And you can go all the way around. These stages are very much inoffensive, and I think they were put in here because someone was like, hey, look, I made this work. And they were like, okay, sure, we'll put it in the game.
Look
Whatever.
what I did.
So yeah, look what I did. I made like a 3D thing, kinda. And everyone was like, you know what? We'll
Like,
put it in.
I was like, I like Metal Slug, Oddworld, and Tempest. Let's put them all in this Lilo and Stitch game.
Exactly. There are repair packs. This is kind of... Oh, okay, you do just... Okay, I never actually died here, but I guess upon dying, nothing happens other than your life counter going down. The Game Boy doesn't have enough pixels for this kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, it's very just white dots in a black field.
Yep.
All right, Jamie, almost out for your training. And Stitch Stage 2 for download. So
Yeah. You step on this, you will be given a vehicle, which does massive damage, but once you die, it's basically an extra life. Like, if you die, you lose it, but you don't lose a life. If you can take this far into the stage, it'll help against some of the tougher enemies. But it's also hard to hit things with, and small enemies can easily hit you.
hey, it's 2 stages down. 3 for download.
One set of them, I guess. I don't actually... This is the last stage that I played, was the second Stitch stage. I'm assuming it's gonna go, like, another Lilo, another spaceship, and then, like, repeat ad infinitum until the game's done. But I don't actually know.
I would guess. I only know as far as what the paste bin says, and that's that there should be 2 Lilo stages before the 3rd Stitch stage, which is our end point, so... It just picks up the thing and throws it.
Yep.
I assume that does damage to enemies if
I'm guessing so too.
it works. Pew 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 pew.
By the way, that like Din's fire looking thing that they sometimes pick up as Stitch, that does give you just like a short, like a temporary buff to your damage. It's like a pyramid with a red thing in it. It looks like a triangular Din's fire to me.
Oh yeah.
Stupid head, I didn't see that. That's pretty funny.
Something tells me this game was not wasn't made with the dialogue in mind.
Now, you know, this is kind of what I mean. Like, the second stage has this, like, vehicle thing that controls completely differently. And then you'll see that the second part of the stage also, like, there's someone who was, like, trying. Someone in the dev team was trying. And this is, in my opinion, a little bit above some of the other licensed games that I played for the GBA as a kid. But still not fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, licensed games, I feel like get a bad rap, but like there are some licensed games that are not that bad. This, I mean, outside of the poor Lilo decision that they made, it doesn't seem that bad.
There's a vertical part.
Oh
now.
boy.
And they're reaching it basically at the same time. This is a close race.
Yeah, this is pretty
Literally
tight.
synced right now.
But I do think that, like, you know, the licensor just wants a game for their property, and as long as it's inoffensive, then, you know, they don't really care what it looks like.
I question whether this is inoffensive, though. I'm still not over just the amount of guns that Stitch is holding.
If he's got guns in the movie, it's just from the movie, you know?
I guess so.
Oh no, Jamie fell. So did Download. Oh no.
It's easy to fall here. This game has that problem of, like, having very complex, like, background elements, and it's hard to tell sometimes what their hitboxes are. Sometimes they're a little smaller than you expect.
Download's got to be careful here. He's only got one hit. Oh, nope. I have to restart this segment.
Yeah. Jamie did get here with 3 lives. Download only had 1. Or 0, I guess. Jamie getting that optional 1-up there. Playing it safe. This is what I meant. If you play it safe, if you pick up everything the game provides to you, you'll have a good time.
It does come in handy. I mean, they did get the 1-up every playthrough of the Lilo stage, which saved them from having to go through the continue state, like, screen every Gotta be close to the end of this screen for Jamie. It seems like it's been going for a while.
I do actually think it's kind of I guess we got lucky in a sense that now that we're only playing 1 game per match, we still got like there were some games that some players finish in like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Imagine if that was just the stream.
Yeah, it's just like
this game is at least a little bit longer. Much to the dismay of the participants or the contestants, probably, but.
True. All right. Jamie onto the next screen. Download still making his way up, but in a comfortable position. There is a lot happening in this game. It does not help that one of these. I think Jamie just took an intentional death there.
Yeah, that's actually a good strategy. If you remember from Solomon's Key, we had some elements of that as well there, where it's actually better to start the stage with full health, and since there's or full lives, and since there's infinite continues, you might as well just take a couple deaths and put yourself back to yeah. There's no punishment for it apart from a small time loss. So. You cannot get these items. You would have had to not destroy the red barrel. Beginner's trap. Sorry,
Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder having flashbacks.
I promise to not bring up that game again. Or you could say, I solemnly swear not to bring it up again.
Oh, shit. What is that? Oh, it's just a collectible. It's not important. Took me a second to realize that was just worthless. Download wants goodies, but alas.
Yeah, you have to leave those red barrels standing and then jump on them to get those. I didn't realize my first playthrough either, but then I game overed and on the second time through, I realized it's probably a bad idea.
Alright, on to the boss. Falling slime boss?
Yep. Again, this is just like these glimpses of like legitimate creativity and actual fun gameplay.
This is
sometimes.
absurd. What is this?
Just to tell you here how this actually plays, you can just move freely in all directions.
Oh, that's... Oh. Amy seems to have the hang of it.
It's a little bit low on health there, and that health can drain quickly if you're not careful, but...
Gotta watch himself.
One hit now. They're like... Next hit is death.
Almost there.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Yeah, you can move in midair. Oh.
Oh.
I understand this reference now. It took me a second. Oh, Jamie just being a gamer and getting it. Not getting hit another time. And now we're in the next stage. And this is stuff that I haven't seen. So now this is just as blind for me as anybody else.
Uncharted territory. I'm curious what this movie clip is that it speaks of.
Yeah.
Is it like the Game Boy movie thing or what?
I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, there were some movies you could just watch on your GBA, right? There was like Shrek.
Yeah, you could watch Shrek. There were like TV episodes of like cartoons. Download taking a death to the slime boss. Jamie picking up a picture. This seems a lot better because you have these big guys who are killing things for you. That seems pretty nice.
Whoa, we have a gravity mechanic. Oh, look
Gravity!
at that.
What?
Okay, and it affects the enemies as well.
Oh, ow.
That's unfortunate. Now, VVV came out after this, right? So this time, Lilo and Stitch for the GBA is actually the trendsetter.
This game was ahead of its time.
New mechanic for no reason, yeah. It's one of those games that kind of it does seem to kind of like try to keep your attention by just throwing new things at you over and over again. Like a boss that's fought in midair, or a vehicle that you can suddenly, like a tank that you can suddenly use to shoot things.
Yeah, they definitely had fun
Absolutely
making
true.
this game. I can see that for sure.
someone on the team or several people on the team had like a passion for it. Maybe not the budget or the experience to make it as good as it could have been, but
Jamie finding that
insane.
tunnel right at the last second.
Download making it past the boss as well. Going into the next Lilo stage now. And we all know anything can happen in a Lilo stage. I will remind you all that Jamie hit no on the continue screen at the start, if you remember. But is now solidly in the lead anyway.
This one's looking a bit confusing. I'm not sure what opens the gate.
Whew! Close one there, Jamie. Probably want to activate that switch there first.
Yeah. I was just noticing the flash of that tunnel and then noping out of getting bubbled at the last that last second.
Going up.
The music here is at least more passable than the last Lilo stage. Give it that much.
Oh, that activates. Ooh, okay.
Okay. We're just
Wow.
throwing mechanics in anywhere we can fit them.
Oh, and now you have to go back down. Wow, level design. Oh, and these things are now deactivated again. Oh my god.
Wow.
Incredible. Oh no, Jamie looking kind of worse for wear there. Has not realized that you can damage these. Still.
It's weird that it's 2 hits, because if you do that, it just seems like, oh, it didn't work. It must not be worth trying.
Yeah.
Oh
Pass a
jeez.
whole bunch of dudes.
Is this a pneumatic tube? No, it's just a.
Oh,
Alright.
that was the final Lilo stage that they'll have to do. Lilo stage that they'll have to do.
All right, that was relatively short.
Jamie looking really good here. Just one more spaceship and one more Stitch stage.
This has been a great match. It's been back and forth. It's been very close. It's an interesting game, to say the least. Download coming up on the end of that second Lilo stage as well.
Yeah. Second spaceship stage does not seem to introduce anything new. Again, this one just seems kind of like thrown in, even more so than any of the rest of the game. Gameplay style. Oh, just as Jamie finishes it, Download starts it. And that's the final Stitch stage. Oh, we're on a moving platform, huh? Oh, it's a classic train stage.
It's a train level.
Every game's gonna have one of these, right? Use your grenades.
I feel like one of the Mega Man Zero games had one of these. I think Jamie just decided
doing
to take the
death thing
intentional
there.
death.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Do we get to see Stitch suplex an alien train? He can eat a tank.
Decided to look this up on speedrunners. No, what is it? SRC. What is SRC?
Speedruns.com.
Speedruns.com. And it has a whole 2 runners. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think this game would actually be very fun to speedrun anyway. It's kind of one of
Doesn't
those
seem like it.
take it slow, be patient, and you'll be rewarded games.
Yeah, it's really just playing the game efficiently. It seems like I don't know what you would do unless there's some like game-breaking glitch.
Jamie taking advantage of the fact here that if you die, you do get all your grenades back. Or 3 of them anyway. This one's not looking too easy, honestly. A lot of tough enemies.
A lot of airborne stuff, and it's just very up and down with the horizontal as well.
Oh, Download game overing. Now Jamie's has a big lead. This all comes down to how much they die or how much they game over, which is not impossible. These enemies don't seem easy. Jamie, ooh, just this life left on Jamie's side here. Careful now, or Download will be able to pull it back here. There's some health here, but that's useless when you're at full health.
Yeah, need a 1-up or something.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 helicopters. But we have some grenades, and we do have the damage up power up, so one of them goes down quickly. And that's it.
Taking that death.
Now Download's ahead again. But also only has 1 life left, and is at that point with the 2 helicopters now. Kind of caught up here, quietly.
Curious how many screens there are on this stage, or if it's just one long thing. I could see it being one long thing.
Maybe. Download playing it way safer here, which is probably a
Yeah.
good... Oh! What a smart move! Used the helicopter, picked it up, and threw it into the other helicopter. That was incredible. I would never have thought to do that. But it works. If it works, it works. Oh, this is...
It's still very close. Jamie's not that far behind.
I think this is where Jamie died. Like
This
right
is where
around
Jamie
here.
died.
Oh.
And it was just a little bit past that.
Oh yeah, fair.
Um,
I also just realized that for the damage up power up, there's a counter at the top. For how many shots you get to take with it. I just realized that. Another 2 helicopters. Oh, is on his last life now, Download.
nicely placed grenades there. Oh,
Runs out now, though. And that's death. That's game over
Right.
once again.
it tips in Jamie's favor. Okay.
Jamie also yeeting at the helicopter there, which didn't do. Either it didn't quite hit for some reason, or it didn't do as much damage as I thought it would.
Yeah, it looked like it got shot down by the other one.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
I couldn't
probably it.
quite tell.
That's one thing I did notice. This game can be a little bit bad about giving you like the information, like the visual cues and stuff, or the auditory cues for what actually is happening. Sometimes you don't know if you're actually hitting something. They will usually flash, but sometimes they don't. Stitch, you worm, let go of my foot.
Is that?
I think that should be the end. No, wait, is it? I thought there was supposed to be a different type of cutscene. But if it
No, that's not
yeah,
it.
no,
All right,
there we go.
it's boss time.
I'm not sure whether that was a stage. You didn't get the stage end thing. Like usually you get like scored.
Did it say the line that it? Okay, it was the line. All right.
Oh,
There
okay,
is a
they got
line
the-
in the base bin that is
I didn't
referenced.
see that.
So
Okay, well, there you go. Jamie takes it. GG.
GG.
Hard fought battle, just under an hour. There's definitely some games that are quicker, or have been games that are quicker. This one definitely a little bit more epic in terms of a challenge here. See if
That was a
Downlode manages to
Great
finish.
race.
Oh yeah, it was. Jamie with the early like game reset, but just slowly making up time, playing it a little bit better, a little bit safer, a little bit smarter, figuring out things quicker than when Downlode had, and just zooms past on the second Stitch stage and got
Just
close
for how
again, but
Just for how the setup is, like you're never quite out of it. All right, that is the end for Download. Within a minute or 2 minutes of Jamie's finish.
well, good stuff. I'm going to see if either of them wants to join us for an interview here.
And surprisingly, neither of them want to see what the rest of the lore is for this game.
Oh, hello. Hello,
Welcome.
Jamie.
Dude, what were those Lilo stages, man?
They
It was
were wild, weren't
awful.
they?
I wanted to quit. I straight up wanted to quit. The first one was the worst.
That first one looked real bad.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Good God.
Yeah. And you had an unfortunate thing at the beginning there, right? Where you didn't press yes on continue or something on the first.
Yeah,
Luckily, it was early on.
It's just one of those games where if I'm just allowed to like incessantly mash, I will. And so I was just kind of pressing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And luckily it was right at the beginning, so I didn't lose that
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah.
goddamn.
Yeah, you just gain back little bits of time here and there until finally you passed Download on the second Stitch stage.
Yeah. I
Oh,
really
there we go.
wish-
Hello, Download.
I'm so fucking mad, dude. I was so close. I was
Yup.
so
You were going back and forth on the last stage because you were game overing, and then
Yep,
the other
I
person would
was-
get a little bit further, and then you game overed, and then the other person would get a little bit further still until Jamie
I was
finally
reckless.
took it.
I was reckless.
This game
Fuck.
really rewards you for being like your own patience is like your own worst enemy. I felt like.
Especially on the stealth levels, which I'm
Yeah.
going to call bullshit on because a couple of those things, like they teach you a mechanic and then they just flagrantly disobey it. Like when they say, yeah, if you're hiding, these guys will walk right through you. One of them won't. One of them will not walk through you if you're hiding.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like lives did not matter in the Lilo stages.
Yeah,
It's just like you had to do everything again. It was so frustrating.
Yep, I kept picking up that one extra one anyway, but yeah, you're right. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Jamie, you actually started doing something very smart in the Stitch stages, which is you just killed yourself a couple of times in the game.
Yeah.
At the start of a new screen because you knew that dying is meaningless, but game overing isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So at the beginning of each stage, I just wanted to start with 4 lives again. So
Yeah, it
just
was very,
strategic
very
best.
smart. Very smart. We did appreciate that.
Yeah, and like in one of the like, a game like this, it's just like the best you can do for a first attempt is get as far as you can and learn as much info as you want. So obviously, I
Yeah,
want to maximize that.
Yep.
for
I
sure.
I took the opposite approach where I apparently learned as little as possible because I didn't notice until the last level that the more powerful gun is on an ammo count and not a timer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also noticed that right at the very end. Um, yeah, that was I didn't notice that either for the longest
Yeah,
time.
because they just kept
It-
giving you enough of them that I was just kind of shooting at everything. And then in the last level, I was like, I wonder if I can hold on to these. And then I started looking around the screen. The game window that I've got is very small, and I looked up at the top and I was like, oh shit, is that an ammo
yeah.
counter? Oh
Mhm.
no, is that an ammo counter? Yeah, I could
Yeah,
have
it
been
was
making better use
That's
of
whenever
what
that.
it was.
those all
Absolutely.
those the big shots. I was like, what? Why are these guys dying in one hit? And then I pieced it together pretty quickly, thankfully,
Yeah.
because the last level it just keeps giving. It's necessary for you to win. Those dragonfly enemies, the like hornet enemies at the end, those were like the most fucking annoying ones.
I grenaded the
Just
shit out of them.
yeah, that's I figured that out, and that's obviously what you have to do.
I
Yeah,
will
you
say
had
I
the.
did. Oh yeah, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say you had the timing down like towards the end, just like as soon as you were walking, you knew one was gonna spawn, so you
Mhm.
just like threw the grenade.
Yeah, this game did reward you for just like, well, in the Lilo stages, it was absolutely required to use every mechanic that the
Yeah.
game had. But in the Stitch stages, also rewarded you for using like because the grenades are pretty powerful, especially against enemies that are like
Oh yeah,
airborne
they're
above
super
you.
strong.
They're very strong, and
They're really useful in that first level where there's some dudes hiding behind rocks throwing grenades at you.
yeah, for
And
sure.
I kept looking at the paste, but I was like, I know there are grenades. What are the grenades? And then I realized, oh, the pineapples are grenades. Okay, I've
Yeah,
got a bunch of those.
Mhm.
yeah,
Another kind of weird, frustrating thing is certain things you would do, like if you're just shooting, because usually you just want to be like going ham on the B button.
Yep.
That's pretty much what
yeah,
the game teaches you. Um, but there's certain things like you can't throw a grenade until you've like hard stopped shooting. So like if I'm mashing
Yeah.
B and then I start pressing R, it takes like a full second for it to work.
yeah.
Yep. And
So
not only can you not shoot while you're crouching, you can't crouch until you've stopped shooting.
yeah,
Like you have to be full stop.
Yeah. I when I played the game, I definitely felt like this was like the about the quality that I expect from a licensed game from this era. But there are a few moments where I felt like, someone on the team was trying. Someone
Yeah,
like had like was like someone was trying to make a legitimately good game, but maybe didn't have the time or the experience or the budget because the studio just didn't care. Like the like the licensor didn't really care. But there is some
right.
good stuff in there.
it was not the
Yeah,
worst Disney licensed game I've ever played.
Yeah.
Why not?
it's a low bar. There
Yeah,
were
well,
there were a lot of weird influences there though, like there's like the Stitch stages like weird Metal Slug stages, the Lilo
yeah.
stages are weird Oddworld stages, like just this just disparate mishmash of all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very confusing.
I spent a lot of it thinking, man, I've seen Lilo and Stitch. I don't fucking remember any of this.
Yeah, I was asking chat, like, did Stitch ever have like 4 guns and was mowing down hordes and hordes of enemies? And someone did say that Stitch did have guns, and I was like, you know what, fair enough.
He did. I
But
guess a lot of it is probably based on there was a series after the movie, right? There was like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
a
a
I've
TV show.
I've
Yeah.
only ever seen the series actually. Well, I've seen one of the
oh,
movies, but as a child, I
one
was
of the
always hanging
movies.
out on like Disney Channel or whatever, and
Is there more
there
than
was.
one movie?
I thought there
I
were
think
several,
I think
but
they
maybe
made
there's only one.
like direct to DVD movies
Oh, okay.
later
Yeah, yeah,
on.
there's like TV or DVD only movies that they make after the first one of some of these Disney movies. Yeah, I think it was like that.
Yeah.
And I saw them in like I saw them on Disney Channel, not like in the movie theater. I want to say, but I might be making that up too. But yeah, GG's. It was very close. I believe that means up it means you're going up against me, right?
Oh no.
Next.
Oh no.
Download. Video James, I mean. Sorry.
We better I hope it's Majora's Mask. I feel like I probably win that one.
Yeah, probably.
Something
But I'm
tells me
gonna
you're not
guess that
blind
it's
to that.
probably not Majora's Mask.
No, probably not.
But this is
And
fun.
then I don't think the losers bracket, the other person has been determined yet, right?
No, I don't believe they have.
I think so.
Well then, we'll see.
But if I remember
as it
correctly,
goes.
it's either Drew or Drew's opponent. I've forgotten the
Mr.
name.
Carp.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. Well, looking forward to those matches as well, of course. I believe there is another match happening at this point tomorrow but on Saturday.
Depends on your
is what I
time
mean.
zone, but yeah.
Yeah. Certainly.
For us European folk, at this point it will be tomorrow, but yeah, there will be a match.
Yeah.
As well.
So we have coming up on Saturday. I'll just say Saturday because that is a little easier. It'll be 3 p.m. Eastern, so 9 p.m. European. Shawnee versus Kryl. The third of our bracket matches, so there's only one first round left match to schedule after that. I'm gonna say thanks to the runners and the commentators. This seemed like a hell of a goddamn game. Like, this was a really, really good race on a seemingly pretty bad game. So
It was one of the best put together
Oh,
shitty
why
games
did
I've
that
ever
not
played.
work?
Yeah.
Okay, I updated the
Certainly.
command earlier and apparently it just didn't. So let's redo that. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, that was. You did say as well, Downlode, you didn't want platformers, and sure enough.
I didn't say I wanted more platformers. I just said
You said
it
you
was.
didn't. I thought.
Oh, I didn't. No, I may have. I don't know. Turned out okay.
Seemed like a reasonable one. Not the
Yeah.
worst I've seen, but not the best.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Anyone? Anything else to add? Any final thoughts on this game? Other games you do or don't want to see?
I hope I never play this game again.
You know what? Fair.
I mean, at this point, I can't blind race it anymore, and I'm certainly not going to play it casually. So I think I'm in the clear.
Yo, is there a speed run for it? Hold on a sec. What's the world record?
There are two
There
runners.
are
It's like
two
20-something minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes, 54 seconds. 2 runs.
That's faster than I would have thought, but I think it's just first trying all the stages, which could be pretty fast.
Yeah, just hold
Yeah.
right, pretty much. Alright.
Alrighty. Cool.
Alright.
Not a lot
Take
of
care,
people
gamers.
on the line, so I'm gonna cut things here. I'm sure to find people to go watch and whatever. Thank you again so much for this. It's been a hell of a race. Thank you to FQ on comms. Thank you everyone for hanging out in the chat. It's been a ton of fun. I'll catch you all soon.
Yeah.
Bye.